Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brian Dean from QuickSprout, and in this video I'm going to show you how to reverse engineer your competitors' links. And the best place to find your competitors' content and competitors in general is Google search. So say, for example, that you were in the nursing niche. What you'd want to do is head over to Google and put in a number of keywords related to your niche. So for example, best nursing schools. And you want to go below the ads and look at the actual top 10 results that are ranking for your keyword. And in this example, as you can see, I have the Moz toolbar SERP overlay, and all that does is show me the page authority and domain authority of all the pages and sites ranking for that particular SERP. Now what you want to do is look for pages that are ranking that don't have a particularly high domain authority. So for example, this #1 result is from a domain authority 89 site, and a lot of times pages rank due more to the domain authority than the actual links pointing to that page. So in my experience, you want to try to reverse engineer sites that are more on your level. So for example, a site like bestnursingschools.org that has a domain authority of 27, or collegeatlas.org, which has a domain authority of 53, is significantly easier to reverse engineer than this result here, the University of Pennsylvania, with a domain authority of 94. And the simple reason for that is that these huge authority sites with domain authorities of 85 plus generally get links from a totally different level and a lot more naturally than you would be able to get them. So you really want to find sites that are more of your direct competitors and about where you're at or where you want to be. Now in addition to putting in your main keyword or your target keyword, you can also head to the bottom here and look for searches related to best nursing schools and put in keywords that Google thinks are related to the keywords that you're trying to rank for. And these are keywords that you may not have thought of. So for an example, we're going to use best pediatric nursing schools and put that into Google and see if we find any other sites or any other pages that may not have come up with the other keyword that we searched for. And sure enough, we have. Education-portal.com, domain authority of 76, might be kind of hard to reverse engineer. Campus Explorer, My Majors, and usually the further you get down in the SERPs, you can usually find one or two sites or one or two pieces of content that you didn't find before. Now, for reverse engineering purposes, you don't actually have to stick to your niche, although that's ideal because the links that you'll find are generally niche related, which are more powerful. But you can also go outside of your niche and look at competitive SERPs and see how they're link building, where they're going to build links. So as an example of a competitive niche, the hosting niche happens to be very competitive, both for affiliates and hosts, because the lifetime value of a customer is very high. In this example, I put in HostGator review. And here you can go down the list and you can see that the first result is a domain authority 69. Pretty high, but very possible to reverse engineer and maybe find a few link opportunities you wouldn't find by only reverse engineering sites in your niche. But when you go outside of your niche, you do have to be careful that you're reverse engineering the right sites. Let me show you what I mean. For example, the payday loans niche happens to be very spammy. For whatever reason, sites that are targeting payday loan related keywords tend to have a lot of black hat links. And to show you an example of this, I'm going to show you the link profile of this site, cashpaydayloanfast.com. And on the surface, this looks like a site that, hey, maybe there's some great link opportunities I wouldn't have found. Has a page authority of 52 and a domain authority of 42. But when you actually look at the link profile, you can tell that it's not remotely natural or white hat. And we're going to use Ahrefs for this particular video. And the first place to look to see if a link profile is natural is the anchor text. So what I do is I put in the site here in the toolbar, click the search links button, and it brings you up all the information about that particular site. When you scroll down, you can see that they're referring domains for anchor phrases, and all that is are the anchor text pointing to that particular website. Payday loans fast, instant cash payday loans, instant payday loans. This is not remotely natural. Okay, this is a link profile that's obviously gamed. And if you actually look at the links themselves, you can see that they're from totally unrelated sites like poker sites and casino sites, tech news, fashion, and it's obviously a bunch of blog network sites. So you do have to be careful because you don't want to reverse engineer a spammy link profile. Just because a site is ranking now doesn't mean it will after the next Google update. So you have to be careful. And in this video, I'm actually going to walk you through a little bit of reverse engineering. So for this example, I decided to pull up bestnursingdegree.com, which is a site I saw rank for several long tail keywords, and that's usually a good sign. And if you go down the list, I like to click this one link per domain box before I start working, because that just limits the results. So you only see one backlink per domain, and it just makes things a lot easier. So the first one is from a site called nurseratchedsplace.com, and the quickest way to find the actual link on a page is to look here in this green area, and any green text is actually the anchor text. So what we want to do here is look for this on the page, because a lot of times what you'll do is you'll reverse engineer, but when you get to the page there's 1,000 links, and how do you find the one you want to reverse engineer? The fastest way to go through this is to look for the anchor text and the text surrounding it, and you can go right to that link and see why they're linking to that particular site. Is it a paid link? Is it an editorial link? Is it a resource page? Is it a press release link? This makes things a lot easier. So I'm going to look for click here for further information. Click here for further information. So in this case, it looks like they're linking to a scholarship that bestnursingdegree.com had. So this is something that you may want to try in your content marketing efforts, make a scholarship and promote it, because it looks like you can get some decent links from related sites that way. Another one is from uncw.edu. So obviously any edu site is something, a great site to get a link from. And the anchor text here is forensic nursing. So let's take a look at that and see how they're able to score that link. So forensic nursing. Okay, it doesn't really say why they link to it, but you can see in the URL at the bottom that they created an expert advice forensic nursing page. So this is something that maybe if you see this content and it's not that good, you can improve upon it and then reach out to this person who runs this page and ask her to switch the link or add your link to the page. That's a tactic that works actually really, really well. This is another one, the HispanicNurses.com, a scholarship, and again, you may want to try to reverse engineer the scholarship. Here's another one, apha.org, and they have a bunch of public health links. And this is from the American Public Health Association, and for whatever reason they determined this school to be a great resource for nursing degree information. So what you could do is create a better site about nursing degree information, or a resource about nursing degrees, and then reach out to whoever runs this page and ask them to link to you. And that's basically how reverse engineering works. You just go one by one through the link profile and see where you can recreate either a link drop on, let's say, a profile of some kind, or a resource page, or content marketing. And it's just a way to get kind of behind the scenes of your competitors and see what they're doing and see if you can do it even better. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.